Welcome to the Dowden Podcast. I'm your host, the official CRG, and today I want to talk about the Second Amendment and why it's important for American citizens. But before we get started, make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below. That way you don't miss any weekly episodes and posts. You can find video of this episode strictly on YouTube, but the audio everywhere else. Now, to get right into it, the Second Amendment was established in 1791, allowing American citizens to possess weapons for the protection of themselves, their rights, and their property. But in today's age, the use of weapons and the rights to own them have been a big topic of conversation, having people argue for the rights to ban and restrict them. And I have to be honest, I'm a very firm believer in the Second Amendment, and I believe that every American should have the right to bear and use a firearm so they can protect themselves and their family. Because at the end of the day, some people aren't going to like what I'm going to say, but at the end of the day, it's not the firearm that causes the damage. It's the person behind the firearm. And when I say this is if you put a unloaded weapon on a table, it is not going to harm anybody. Now, if you go and load that weapon and you put it on a table, it is still not going to harm anybody. It all debates if that user or the person behind this firearm is going to take that safety off, if they are going to load that firearm and then proceed to use it. The firearm itself does not hurt people. It is the people who use them. Lastly, having the Second Amendment allows citizens to be protected if anything were to happen worldwide. If God forbid, but if there's a country that wants to take over the United States, they can then protect their families and the people around them, having the Second Amendment enabled. But with that said, today's quote is going to be by Thomas Jefferson. He once said, "The beauty of the Second Amendment is that it will not be needed until they try to take it." I appreciate you tuning in. You can follow us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And this is the Dowden Podcast.